hey to whoever, the few who are ready to listen to us and watch our trance channeling practices. Holly and I decided, Janine and Holly here, decided it would be good if we could kind of unpack the video from Archangel Michael and Mary. And if you haven't watched it recently, I would encourage you to go back and listen. You don't have to watch, but listen to what came through because the frequencies and the messages in the frequencies are just so powerful. Holly and I were talking about this weekend how it just felt like so much is just getting stirred up.
Yeah.
Just energy, just it's kind of like everything is just right there. And
Hmm.
I was just about to tell Holly when I said we should record this that I'm so glad that right when I got out of bed, I listened to that video again to Michael and Mary, because the frequency, the the place he brought us to is just so peaceful.
Yeah.
Like I had tried to read back through the transcript yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and I even went and got some essential oils to smell while I was reading. But it's not the same as listening to both of them, to the energies of both of them.
Hmm. There is a big
Like
difference.
75% of what came through in that for me was frequency, was like being lifted into that field of pure love.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were gonna, yeah, kind of go through a little bit at a time and unpack it. Do you have any other thoughts, Holly, before
Um,
we get started with that?
I I know there was a difference of I was listening to it yesterday and I had not realized how much information or content really did come through. Um, it feels like it's kind of packed in there.
It's deep.
Hmm.
It's so much deeper. Like when I read through the words, I didn't get the depth. But when I
No.
listened back, the depth started coming to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And there is just a settling of it when you listen. It feels manageable. It feels very at ease. I guess it's the frequency that he's saying it in
It's
is
not the
at
head. Like
ease.
you can't analyze it.
No.
You have to feel it.
Mhm. And when you feel it, you know it. It's like you
Yeah.
have to feel it through the body.
Yeah. But I did get some ahas as I was listening back to try to help others and myself like integrate the depth because it
Okay.
could be easy to get set and with Mary to get set on the surface instead of really experiencing what he was trying to get a,
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots.
So this is really good timing because Holly and I were just saying this is what day is today?
Today's June 15th. June 15th.
June 15th. Um,
Yeah.
this weekend we were both noticing like just everything feeling stirred up. Old
Mhm.
hard old stuff just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It felt dense. It felt heavy. It felt like slug, like you're moving through, for me, it felt like moving through mud. Everything felt
Yeah, I felt the heaviness.
physically challenging.
I've had a
Hmm.
few interactions that felt like they just stirred up old stuff that just needs
Yeah.
to come out.
Yeah.
But man, when stuff gets stirred up, it's hard to just yeah.
It's hard to shake it off. And
Yeah.
I'm thankful I was listening to the audio yesterday and some of the things that Michael said were helpful to move through, or helpful to kind of just shake it off.
So let's go through kind of slowly. Just we'll we'll see if we can carry the depth of the message that we got.
Yeah.
with the words. We finally figured out how to, I finally figured out how to get it all printed. Michael said, I am an overseer of love and protection for all, and I watch with loving acceptance the journey that each soul who arrives in humanity would choose to take. And I send my healing love and light that every path would be illuminated for the highest good. That's new to me. I did not know that.
No, I did not know that. No.
And he goes on and says, yes, you humans, well, you souls, once you arrive in human form, because of the experiment of which you've endeavored, you do have great trouble in remembering and accepting the protection and the guidance, the oversight that is here for you. There is great oversight, although it would feel as though there is not. I think he really wanted to get across to us how important it is that we recognize that we're not alone in this.
Mhm.
And not just like say it, but really acknowledge it. Like let ourselves receive that.
Mhm.
You had asked, is this by design? And he said yes, so that you could experience separation. And yet it's imperative now that you begin to allow yourselves to remember that you are not alone, so that you can open your hearts and your arms to receive the extra boost that is here for you.
To receive the extra boost. Mm.
So open hearts and arms, like be really truly open, receptive. And I know we've had like in our channeling practices so far had so many come through to say we are here for you. We're helping to hold the field for you.
We're surrounded all the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um he's and then he goes on to say in this next experiment of sorts, really this next adventure, we all endeavor to help to merge the experience of humanity with all that is beyond the ego, the veil of the ego. So really it's our intention to aid in dropping this veil. And so you
Mm.
may note that there are certain benefits that aid you in playing the game of separation with the ego. And yet it needs to move for many of you from 100% dominance to 1% as just a tool.
It's,
That is huge.
it's huge. And it felt as though we move into that 1%, the more we're able to trust that we are being supported, that we are being surrounded. Did it feel like to you, the more we are allowing ourselves to open to the idea of we're always being guided, we're always being supported, helps open our heart chakra, or helps open our heart portal,
Yeah,
which allows more remembrance.
right. Because he's saying it's not some steps you take, it's not about what you do, it's about what you allow yourself to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we move from a state of doing to a state of being and receiving. And I was reminded in all my work with therapy, when people are trying to remember like things that they've blocked out or past traumas, when you give yourself permission to say it's safe now to remember,
Yeah.
then feeling memories start to come back. But you have to give yourself permission to say it's safe, it's okay to remember now.
And the frequency that Michael was coming through is a frequency of it felt secure, it felt safe, it felt like we didn't have to do anything. Our body was adjusting to that frequency to allow
Right.
um, the remembrance.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's subtle. Like I was thinking back over the years, when I finally turned off the news and just started journaling to source every day, I really was like purging all of my emotions and everything, and then just opening up to receive.
Mhm.
And so it came with like then like the memories kind of just very subtly started to come back. Like things started to turn on just a little bit at a time. Or the messages I started to hear, right? Messages.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very subtle,
Mhm.
but it does come when you acknowledge that there's something else here, that you're being supported.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, you seek more as if there's some grand education that's to happen. But no, this is really an expansion of awareness, an expansion of opening of the heart portal so that then your awareness to all that is truly always here will again be apparent to you. So it's in the allowing, the willingness to acknowledge the love that lives beyond the veil that helps you to begin to see what is already there, what is already within you,
Oh.
within us.
Mhm.
For there's nothing within you that you don't already know. And that's the juxtaposition you find yourselves in. You say, teach us, and we say, remember, which can be so gosh darn frustrating.
It can be so gosh darn because we are in this game or program where we are educated to do. You want to achieve something, you've got to work at it and you've got to like really pour yourself into it.
Yeah,
And
it's
this is
efforting. Yeah,
efforting. And his message is completely the opposite of softening and opening up and allowing and just being, not
right.
doing.
I think it's in A Course in Miracles. Jesus says, just forget everything you were taught.
Yeah,
It's all the opposite.
it is do the opposite.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, which is really counterintuitive for all of us. Yeah,
It's hard to shift gears.
yeah. Um, and it's an expansion. The awareness comes with the expansion of an opening of the heart portal.
Hmm.
So I think that is really like what turned it for me was I had to bring my grief. It was like a combination. I had to bring my grief, my emotions, and acknowledge the things I was telling myself to somebody, to source, right? And that's what helped my heart portal to open
Mm.
because the grief that I was holding was blocking it.
Ah,
So you can't bypass the grief because that's the block you have to release,
yeah, yeah.
which would be nice if we could bypass it, but we can't.
But we can't. And
Yeah.
what you get by going through it is expansion.
Right. It's you start to realize the expansiveness
Hmm.
that's within
Hmm.
and therefore also like all that we're receiving now. Like
Yeah.
you start to realize the consciousness that's in everything.
And I think it also drops the fear. When you do face those uncomfortable, maybe memories that come back, or um, even your body remembers, right? So you sometimes might just get an anxiety or something in your body and you can't. So going through it and not tensing up with it,
Right. Allowing yourself to recognize it's like an energy pattern that needs to move.
that needs to move through. Yeah. And then just allowing it to move through, noticing it and allowing. I see you. I breathe through it.
Yeah. And letting love come to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where I think acknowledging we're not alone, there is love.
Hmm.
It is our higher selves is loving us, source is loving us, all of these. all of the angels
Yeah.
and so many are loving us. Yeah. So let's see. He says there's a, let's see, of the heart to, okay, the remembering comes from the expansion of the heart to the wholeness of who you are. Um, you start to remember the soul's journeys through this lifetime. Perhaps you've had other recollections. Um, yes, this is the coming into acceptance of the wholeness of it all. You underestimate the value of your openness to invite in the more that you have forgotten. So it's just being open.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, you're tuning into the greater part of you, the part of you that remains within the field of source, within the harmonic resonance field. Allow yourself to open and invite in the wholeness of who you are. You notice your higher selves and the source of all that is within you, one with you. Then you begin to have recollections of the whole story. You start to see the whole picture. Have you experienced some of what he's talking about here? Well, you said you were sitting to meditate, and then it turned out like you at different ages were sitting with you.
Oh, right. Is that the part where he went into he started, I don't know how soon after where we're at, he started to talk about when challenging emotions come up, we almost are having this opportunity of a life review without us needing to leave the human body.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
He's saying, ollie, ollie, oxen free. We're calling
yeah,
everybody back. Yeah.
pulling everybody back and just to notice it, feel it.
Integrated. Like, what lessons have I learned from this?
Yeah. Yeah.
How can this create the expansion of the whole?
Hmm. Right.
And this was another aha I had this morning. Um, doesn't Jesus talk about like a pearl of great value or something like that? There's something in the scriptures, the pearl of, I don't know if it was one of his stories, but the thing that has occurred to me over this weekend, like I had a lot of like grief come up, um, and I was like, what lesson am I meant to learn from this? And the lesson I was meant to learn through this, this grief that got stirred up is just unconditional love and acceptance for myself
Oh,
in with all my shortcomings. Because I was really like struggling with, where I'd screwed up or um and I think that's the pearl of great value that he's bringing us to is to we have these painful things that our ego wants to tell us there's something wrong with us. We've done something wrong. We should have fixed something. We should have, we're
yeah.
not enough somehow,
We're
right?
not enough.
And the pearl within the gift that we're coming back to is recognizing and the deep love, like our value,
Hmm.
our indelible value, that there's nothing be that could take that from us.
And it's not earned. It's because we are because we just exist. We are already,
We're the light.
yes. Yeah. That's hard
and
to remember.
that's and that's what this duality teaches us. Like we go into the darkness, we go into the great pain, and we have our ego tell us it's your fault or you're not enough or you should have done better,
Mhm.
all to remember that is the opposite of who we are.
It's the opposite. There are no mistakes. There isn't a right or wrong way. There is an experience.
It's
And we
all
came here for
experience.
the experience.
And to learn at a deeper level how to unconditionally love first
Mhm.
ourselves and then one another, and
Yeah.
how to unconditionally accept first ourselves and then one another with all of our flaws,
With all of our
perceived
flaws,
flaws. Yeah.
perceived flaws, and without the need of perfection, of
Right.
doing it messy and
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. Because that's what he brought us back into, was like that feeling
Mhm.
of just immense love with no judgment, right? I mean, just,
He really brought us back into that because there were points, he's saying, do you have any questions? And it did nothing really mattered. We were just in a state of being. And it felt so nothing else was needed
yeah.
or wanted. Just,
Yeah. And I think that's where he said, like, yeah, you don't have questions because you've come back into the state of knowing.
yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Um,
Yeah, we talked about. So then there's this. Oh yeah, then he's saying the greater part of you is now able to integrate and absorb. That your heart expands. That you can bring back whatever contribution, whatever you learned in this
mhm,
journey, to bring it back to the oneness for having had these beautiful and challenging experiences. And you are allowing your higher selves and the oneness of all that is to begin to integrate the experiences within the soul's journey for the greater good, for the love, all for the love of the oneness, for the expansion of the oneness. And then you asked, okay, so is it about setting an intention? And he again says, yes, you're tuning in and allowing the greater part of you to say, yes, we're open now. We're ready now to integrate the lessons that we've learned. And he's encouraging us now, like you're in it right now. Like it's not somewhere to get to. You're in it.
yes.
Yeah. It is happening as we speak.
Uh-huh.
And even then the pain, like even then the challenges. Because he said this is new. This moment right now is new. Because we now have an awareness that these challenges are about lessons.
Mm-hmm.
That as we observe them and ask, what did I mean for myself to learn? Then I don't keep repeating it. I integrate it back into the wholeness, back into the oneness of all love.
Yeah. What is this teaching me? What is this showing me?
And how can I use it? How can I bring it
Huh?
back into the oneness which we're merging with now?
He helps to flip that script that we are saying, why is this happening to me? Why, instead of to me, like for me? What is this doing for me? How is this helping me integrate? How is this? I mean, but that's so totally opposite of how we are used to looking at challenges.
Right. And then we get reactive and then we perpetuate more of it.
Yes. Yes.
Versus when we're able to shift it and say, what did I mean for myself to learn from this?
Mhm.
So I begin to learn to unconditionally love and accept myself with all of me.
All pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that is transforming me. That is helping me come back into the wholeness of who I am.
Mm.
So, and then that is what is mirrored back to me. When I know I am the source of all love, then that is what is mirrored back to me in my experience in this game. Versus getting caught in the reactivity and feeling less than, and then getting that mirrored back to me over.
Getting that. Yes. Yeah. So it kind of goes back to our outward experience is a reflection of what we hold here, what we hold inside.
Right. And like the coherence of it all. It's not just what I say. I have to let myself come into the love
Hmm.
because it's what I'm feeling,
Hmm.
the wholeness of me that gets reflected back. It's
Yeah.
not just what I'm saying.
Not
You
what
have to
we think, it's
feel,
like what we emit. It's like we
yeah,
are
you have to be
a
coherent
beacon.
with the whole truth of it. I am the source of all of it,
Mhm.
which for me was a powerful lesson. So, gosh, we're going to have to talk about Mary in another time because
Yeah.
because that was so powerful too,
Yeah.
and so beautiful. But shoot, what was I going to say? It's so, it was such a powerful lesson for me. Oh, this is what I was going to go to because as he goes to the end, um, he's saying like this pain is the old game, right?
Oh, yes.
This
Yes.
is the old, the density is the old,
Hmm.
right? So allow the game to dissipate. We're allowing the game to dissipate when we ask, what is the lesson? And we learn the lesson and we remember who we are. And now we get to co create in the oneness,
Oh,
which is so much better. I feel so much easier. Yeah.
so much better, so much easier when we're in that frequency. So, the challenge is when we get out of that frequency and we're in our day-to-day life and we get stuck in our head. And um, it's easy to go back to the old ways of doing things
Yeah.
when
And
we
to
get
be
in our head.
reactive and to not ask, what was I meant to learn? And to
Yeah.
bring it to love so that you can come back to the truth of who you are. So, this is where I was going to give, because at the end, he starts to say, he says at the very end, and this was the point I was going to share with you. Um, yeah, where is it? He says, it's important that you know there are legions of angelic beings, friends, galactics, consciousness of all love that stands beside me. In your presence, with open arms, welcome you back into the field of knowing. Let your eyes be opened. So here's the thing. So Holly and I were discussing, dare we share with our listeners, that we're communicating with, you know, star beings, right?
Hmm.
Galactics. We're having so many come through to us. Earth
Yeah.
beings, everything.
Yeah.
And here's the aha that came to me was like I was feeling fearful. Like people aren't going to want to listen because they're so shut off because we're so afraid,
Yeah.
right? And so I was coming from a place of fear of rejection, and that is exactly what got mirrored back to me over the weekend. Rejection in a way I totally didn't expect, but it was what was coming through me.
Oh, whoa. That's powerful.
Yeah. So then what lesson was I meant to learn? Complete unconditional acceptance of myself, not trying to please other people, right?
Oh,
So
oh.
we have to come back into the wholeness, to the unconditional love and acceptance for ourselves to recognize that Source loves us as we are. And when we remember that, that's when we get to, then we end up joining in the field and letting and getting that mirrored back to us.
And you almost as you're speaking, you can feel the softness kind of come through your body when you remember, I am love. I am source. I am.
Yeah, I am
Oh,
one with the light. Yeah.
mhm. And allowing that softness to come over to recognize your magnificence. It feels
Right.
uncomfortable to recognize our magnificence.
Yeah. And we have to let ourselves have the grief, whatever's there, the self-doubt that we have to feel it so it will move through us so that that pearl of great value can be revealed, which is our innate worth, our innate value.
Yeah. Our innate, and that is the key word. It is, it just is. We
It
are that
is who we
worth.
are.
Yeah, it is who we are.
Yeah. I kind of skipped over some stuff, but I think that was the gist.
Hmm.
As the
Yeah.
discomfort comes, he said, don't resist. Um, oh, I like this part though, like you shake it off. You know that this is about a letting go. And
Uh-huh.
then your body begins to transform from shaking to shimmering.
Ooh.
It's like you have an armor and you're shaking off the armor to reveal the
You're right.
light body.
Yes.
And that gives me chills as I just remember that. Like,
Uh-huh.
and the light body, the wholeness of who we are is only light, is only love. The light body is coming alive. The light body that does remember is coming alive in your allowing. The resistance is a construct of the ego because it's fear, but there's nothing to fear. So when you remember, there's nothing to fear. And then he circles back. The greatness of all love beyond the veil of the ego, is here for you. We are all here for you. And so, more so, you can remember there's nothing to fear. This game has been an illusion that is just dissipating as you allow it to do so. You're waking up from a dream. Let yourself wake up.
Hmm.
Let the game dissipate.
Mhm.
And again, he repeated over and over toward the very end, tune into this frequency as you let go, let go, let go, and allow. Let go of what your eyes, your physical senses have told you is real. Let go. You would like a grand lesson? Beloved ones, you underestimate the lesson of letting go. Let go into the peace of all love that waits for you, that is here for you now.
Well,
I can't end this without talking about Mary though. Um, there's, there's, there's just so much. But she came in with such a beautiful, like, part two.
she did. I think in a way, giving us a tangible
Yeah, like, okay, I know you need something to do.
something to do because that's just part of how our brain is wired in this system.
Right.
Fragrance. She reminded us that fragrance, even just using smell, can help transcend the densities, can help.
And she even said, like, not just transcending the density, but helping you move back into your light body. She was talking about the composition, how it
The
affects the
cellular
composition.
composition.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that brings you back into the oneness.
Mhm.
That is something you can do.
You can do because we are, yes, doers.
But then she goes into, but as you allow that, as you savor that smell and you breathe it in, one step of allowing leads to another step of allowing and another step of
Yeah.
allowing. It was so gorgeous.
And pretty soon we're just in a state of allowing.
Yes.
And that's where we want to be.
It felt like Mary like did mic drop, you know?
She sort of did. Oh, she did. I get tingles thinking about because it
I did
really
too.
that was it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You are learning to just savor and allow, and your
Mhm.
body will be transformed as you do so. I feel like I need to listen to these two every single day just to bring myself back and
To
help
be in
myself
that
stay.
frequency.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that was such a great frequency of allowing.
Yeah, I think just being in the frequency
Hmm.
is releasing the density, and that's what he was saying. That's what they're both saying. Yeah.
And the words that you're using by saying just being, not doing, not efforting,
Just
allowing.
yeah, yeah.
We complicate things and they made it so simple.
I know. Yes, yes. I think I'm going to do my best to listen to this every day for a while because I think it's going to make a difference.
We don't make a difference.
Yeah.
Mhm. This
Mm.
is distracting. I should have shut my shades. The sun. I love the sunlight, but I feel like it's a little distracting.
It's not distracting me. Yeah, really. It's actually fitting. The light is
Light,
coming in. You're
light is
turning into your light body.
yeah.
As we close, let us all turn from from shaking to shimmering. That's a perfect
Oh,
closing.
that is
That's
perfect.